You know, when I think about Dayton, right, like I moved to Dayton from Madison, Wisconsin in 2003. And when I moved here, I was just hitting the reset button for myself personally. And I thought, right, the idea of home would always be Wisconsin, and that like I couldn't find my people, right? And what I recognized was I was building my community and my people like every year that I was here longer.
Hey, what are we doing today?
Just showing some love. Happy Valentine's Day pizza out the RJ Hub.
When VOG started, it was like, I love this city. Like I've become a different me in this city. Then that's home.
Man, I feel like the reason we focus here in Dayton is because our entire group, whether it's people we feed, whether it's volunteers, have become family to us. Even when the tornado hit, like one of the first things we did was go to a neighborhood where we serve families and look for specific people. Like, hey, I know someone used to live here on the street. We need to go find them and see if they're okay. And then once they were, that led to us serving that neighborhood for an extra 6 or 8 months because we had family in that neighborhood.
Tornadoes across the heartland. Take a look at Dayton, Ohio as the sun rises. People waking up to scenes like this.
I thought I was humble when I started this, but I didn't know anything about what humility looked like, you know, and I think that's one thing that 13 years later, like, I've had enough personal life happen, Boggs had enough professional life happen, and I'm still at that same, we are together and people matter and community matters, and we need to be good to one another and play our part. And sometimes you're leading the charge, and other times you're following.
For me, a big hope, even for this year, is getting back to where we were 3 years ago. So when the pandemic shook everything up and we had to go strictly drive-through, we lost a lot of that getting to know our families we serve. We lost a lot of getting to know our volunteers. We lost the cookout, and we lost a lot of community of it. So my hope for this year and the next couple of years are building those communities back up to where our events are block parties like they used to be, and we have huge turnouts and lots of food and lots of fun where people go home with groceries.
When I think about, we're here at 13 years, but maybe there's 5 more years, maybe there's 20 more years, right? I guess my hope is that we continue to find ways to love and feed people, right? And I think like one of those ideas that's fresh right now, right? And we have this motorcycle, and that motorcycle is going to give away popsicles and root beer floats. Why? Because I think something that's been really cool for me is God has been God during this whole journey. Jason and I have changed as humans so many times. We've had so many personal life things happen for better and worse. But the consistency is like we've been us. God's continued to do good things. So we have a motorcycle, and I want to give away ice cream. And I want to let God be God, and I'm going to continue to let us be us. And you know, I hope there's a lot more years of loving and feeding people, and that I guess someday I hope that it's not Jason and Jason. And I don't know whose name it is, and someone's sitting here having this conversation. But I can sit back and go, that's pretty cool, right? Like, and it's not pretty cool because something I did. It's pretty cool because something much bigger than me has happened and continue to happen.